Hey, good morning everyone. My name is Arnel Madraso. I'm the teacher blogger and I'm with me.
Mark.
With me is my best friend. with me is my best friend Mark. Okay, Mark Anthony Arroyo. Okay, so we are here at this is Pelilla, right?
Lilia Rizal.
Rizal, and that this is we rented we call this a kubo for purpose of this special vlog. So bear with the light. So we already have the lighting here. So maybe later we will fix we can edit this. So the reason why I'm doing vlogging, I'm doing book review on Rowling's The Tales of Beedle the Bard because I encountered this. I only bought this for I think around $100 in book sale. In answer to my daughters, she asked me if she can read Harry Potter. But I told her the plot of Harry Potter is quite complicated. So maybe we will start from this book. So maybe this is the reason why this book was just maybe given to me by my creator, because he wants me to perhaps share this story. There's so many lessons that we can derive from this book, right?
Moral lessons.
Yeah, the children will learn principles in life. So we will start. There are tales here. I think 5 to 6 tales. I already started with the first tale. The first tale is The Wizard and the Hopping Pot. So I will not be talking about that anymore because I'm done with that. I'd like to share to you a tale written by Rowling's, and the title is A Tale of the Three Brothers. So the story is very simple. The plot is very simple. One day the three brothers were traveling in a very lonely, it was a twilight travel, and that they encountered a river. And that river, they need to cross the river. But nobody yet has ever crossed the river because all, by far, when they attempted to cross, they died. Because the one who is guarding that place is death. But then they used, since they were wizards, they used their magic to create a bridge. Hence, they were able to cross the bridge. And then the reaction was of death was really, he was really furious because they somehow managed to change the what is supposed to be natural. When you cross that, you die. And so what happened was death somehow, since they used their intellect, right, their magic, so death also used this strategy, right? He decided to give
them a wish.
Yes, grant them wish, since you were able to cross this river without surviving. I'd be giving you, I'd grant you each a gift or wishes to each of you. So the first one is the elder brother.
The eldest.
The eldest. So he asked, okay, what would you wish for? The eldest brother wished for the most powerful one. Hence, in the history of wizards, there's such thing as elder one. You know why? Because that's the wish of the elder brother. He wished for the most powerful one that not even death can outpower. And so, okay, so that said, your wish is granted. So he crossed the river, took the twig from the old ancient tree, and then he granted the eldest brother the elder one. And so the second brother asked for the dead, bringing back the dead. He asked for a stone, and then that stone will somehow bring back the dead. Okay, so Death said, okay, so I'll be granting you a stone. He took the stone from the river and then gave the stone to the second brother. The third,
but not alive.
Not alive.
Only the soul.
The soul, yeah. And then the third was the wise.
Youngest.
The youngest was the wise. All he was asking was the invisibility cloak. And so the invisibility cloak, he asked for it, and that it was granted to him. Now, here were the consequences. The first consequence was that, so the eldest brother, since he has this powerful one, he decided to show off, being aggressive, arrogant, and so wizards, he is actually looking for a fight, no? And so he always wins. But the problem was,
many were desiring
yes,
to get that
one. And so what happened was, when he was sleeping, a wizard, I think who was his neighbor, stolen Soul in this one. And so, it's easy for Death to get his soul because he doesn't have any more than one. Okay? So, Death won by far. So, against the eldest brother. And so, the second brother, since he was asking for the reason why he was asking for to bring back the dead, because he was thinking of a woman that he was supposed to marry but died. But then the problem
He
was
wishes to
that
see her again.
the problem was in the history of wizardry, you cannot bring back the dead. That's really a principle in wizardry. But then what happened was, okay, he is able to see, but that person is not anymore the exact normal self. And so he became emotionally depressed because he sees the woman, but it's not the same as the woman he met before.
So he followed her.
Actually, he committed suicide and followed her. And so what happened to the third? Since he was wise, until he grows old, so Death wasn't able to track him down because he was wearing the invisibility cloak. And so until he he became old, so he was contented with living his life. He gave the invisibility cloak to his son, and then he gladly met Death because he was fulfilled with his wife. Fulfilled with his life. Now, here's the connection with all this basic story that you can find here in the Tales of Beedle the Bard. There is a connection with Harry Potter.
Other story. Yeah.
That is what my best friend Mark, he will be coming in to tell you the connection because apparently he's an expert of Harry Potter. He read the connections and all.
Fanatic of
Okay.
Harry Potter novel.
So he
And
read.
likewise with the movie.
Okay, I'll read to you the following books, and he already read it. Example, have you read Philosopher's Stone?
Yeah.
He did. Philosopher's Stone is in fact the stone Sorcerer's Stone that will bring back the dead. I mean, there's a possibility that you can see the soul. Where in fact, Mark will be establishing the connection of that stone, everything, the three powers, in relation to Harry Potter's adventure. And then he also read Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of... But we cannot anymore discuss all these things. Maybe let Mark establish from the three powers mentioned in the Tale of the Three Brothers, the connection of these three powers with Harry Potter. So, let me give the floor now to my best friend Mark.
So as we know, the youngest who was granted with the invisibility cloak, it was inherited by Harry Potter. It was given to him by his late father through Dumbledore. So
Dumbledore was a influential wizard.
The headmaster.
Headmaster.
So it was already in the possession of Harry Potter through inheritance. And
The invisibility cloak.
Okay. For short, the descendants of the youngest is his descendants are the Potter. Okay. Then,
so meaning to say that wise wizard amongst the brothers is an ancestor of Harry Potter. So very wise. Harry Potter is, right?
So the stone, as you mentioned the first book, so it was discussed there. That's why if you watch the movie, if you already watched the movie, there's a part there that Harry Potter was able to see his mother and his father at the mirror because of that stone. And the elder one, Dumbledore, defeated its last owner, also a great wizard, and his best friend.
Best friend of
Dumbledore. And he defeated that wizard. I just forget the name.
So Dumbledore owned
the elder one.
Okay.
And as mentioned, if you have that three gifts in your possession, you will be the most powerful of all wizards. So Dumbledore have the motive or interest in collecting those three. But as mentioned, those who desire to have it will not be granted. However, Harry, to make the long story
short.
novel,
Short.
very long novel short, Harry at the end was able to acquire it all.
Okay.
So the stone, they won through defeating Malfoy because Malfoy was the one who disarmed Dumbledore. Even though Snape was the one who killed Dumbledore, but the loyalty of the Elder One was not with Snape. It's through Malfoy. And Malfoy was defeated by Harry Potter.
So
through
So my question is, why did Dumbledore, since he was really the headmaster, very influential, very powerful, why wasn't he able to acquire the 3 powers?
because he was looking for it. It's really his desire. to look for it. Yeah.
Ulterior
Yeah.
motives.
So even though his goal was good, to use it in a good way, however, there's still the intention of collecting to be the greatest.
So if there's that thought that you want to be the greatest amongst all,
So
that is questionable.
that is questionable. However, Harry Potter was not really desiring for it. It just happened that he was able to acquire that tree. So he became the greatest of all wizards and was able to defeat Voldemort.
So in the book, all these stories, example, the acquisition of the 3 powers, it's in the last Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Deathly Hallows, right?
When he offered himself to be sacrificed for the safety of all his friends at the school. So
Okay,
he sacrificed himself.
But he acquired the 3. But did he acquire it? I mean, did he live with it, or what did he do with the 3
stone
powers?
was given to him by Dumbledore, but it can only be open at the close. So that's a riddle.
A riddle.
It can only be open at the close. So that's the riddle. So he was able to open it when he already decided to sacrifice himself. So it opened, so he acquired the stone.
So what did he do with the stone?
After defeating Voldemort, he just threw the stone, and even the powerful wand, he break it.
So
And he keep only the invisibility cloak.
all right. So is it wise for him to let go of the 2 powers and then just hold on with one, knowing that there's so many wizards who are quite envious of his power?
That's only for my perspective, because he doesn't want other wizards to again desire to have that 3
and then
gifts or
the more he will be the more there will be pressure that people will
so
be
he let
trying
it
to
go. And
wizards, right?
So that's the story.
Okay, so
And recently,
this one, spoiler alert.
spoiler alert.
Mark was just already with the plot and all.
So the second gen, so this is
Give us-
this disclaimer,
Maybe-
spoiler. So if you haven't read this book, so don't listen to this
So
spoiler.
is it true that he has children?
Yeah,
His
he
children. So meaning to say,
with his wife Ginny.
Harry Potter
the-
married
Ginny,
Ginny,
the younger sister of Ron,
and that
and they have 3 children.
see,
So 2 sons and a daughter.
spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
All right.
And
so
the most
what do you like on you've finished reading that, right?
yeah.
So
I finish it.
what is interesting about that book?
Interesting. The lineage of Voldemort became alive again.
Okay,
And they
the Baltimore is the enemy.
The name that you should not be mentioned.
Mentioning. You
So,
should not mention
You
that
should not
name.
mention. Oo. And they have the opportunity to correct the past through time travel.
Oh.
So they can manipulate the time and go back to the past, change the past, so the present, the future will be changed. So
first
lot of plots that it was changed.
So first time that the novel introduced time travel.
No.
It's not the first time.
It's when you remember Hermione,
Ah.
they traveled back to time,
So
but
there
only
was-
limited.
Yes.
But only limited through her necklace.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
Chamber of
The
Secrets.
prisoner.
prisoner.
The prisoner of Azkaban.
Prisoner Azkaban,
When
she time traveled.
yeah, they both she and Harry. Ron was not able to go with them because he was injured.
What's the name of the girl there?
Hermione.
Hermione. She's his wife.
And that's no, that's Ron's wife.
Ron's
So
wife.
Hermione, that's the reason as well. She's very advanced in her academic because she always go to the future.
So she knows what will be the answer.
Yeah, it's a privilege to look what what will be the exam or other stuff.
So that's because of the necklace, right?
Yeah, but it's only limited. Unlike with this story, they can travel even years back, a decade back. No, so and spoiler alert again. It's Voldemort's daughter that tried to change the time. Daughter of Voldemort with Bellatrix. Yeah.
Is there, in a way, any way, we can, Rowling's genius fruition of his books, novels, is there a way of connecting this to Christianity?
Of course, when it comes to Christianity, we don't believe in wizardry
but
and magic.
in terms of principles, in lessons.
Yeah,
That's
lessons.
So how can we
Lesson.
connect this?
How can we connect? So
principles of life.
just like Harry Potter, always stay humble.
Okay.
With humility, it's always by God's grace that he was able to accomplish, relying on the help and aid of his friends. Because considering Harry Potter, he's not the great, powerful wizard.
Yeah.
He only became great because of the help of his friends, like Hermione, who stayed with him until the last part, and Ron. And they always help each other and always stay humble. Even he's very popular. He doesn't like the limelight. He just wanted to serve in a simple way.
So humility.
Humility. Yeah.
Okay, pre, close the vlog.
Yeah. How should I close the vlog?
Close the vlog. Whatever is in your heart.
Okay. So yeah, stay humble always. And my favorite verse: "Delight yourself unto the Lord, and He will give the desire of your heart." It can be found in Psalm 37:4. So stay humble and always delight yourself unto God, and all your desire will be granted. So just like that. So God bless you all.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.